The thing that you were talking about the movement, the organization, and things that you try to do, it kind of sounded kind of interesting, and I thought maybe,
Yeah.
I thought,
Go for it, bro. Is it on now?
yeah, I thought maybe I might as well kind of capture some of that and share it with whomever might check my channel out, you know, and
Okay,
pass
yes,
it
sir.
on to others. And
Yes, sir, bro.
yeah.
Any particular questions you have for me? Or?
No, well, I was just liking the way you were just sharing the information
Well,
with
why
us.
don't I just take it from where I started?
That sounds good.
Okay. Well, is this the YouTube word? That's where you drop
Yeah.
it?
This is the YouTube audience, you know.
Okay. Well, YouTube, my name is Brother TS, my Dionese, and then Brother Eddie was just talking here about my mission statement. Can that thing see me clearly? Because I moved.
I got you, bro.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, so I can see me now. I was just speaking with Brother Eddie. We was talking about the mission of the organization that I have to fulfill. A brother came to me last night, and he was telling me that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, and I didn't know what he meant by that. So I asked him, "What you mean?" And he told me, "I'm not teaching. I'm not living up to my mission." And I said, "Well, brother, now I know exactly what you mean. Everything's timing, and it is that time." But he brought it to my attention, and I told him that everything's timing. And he was a little upset with me because I guess the time is not moving quick enough for him. And I'm saying, well, I can only move when necessary. Anyway, we went through that, and I understood where the brother was coming from. And he's correct that we need to do this, make this thing happen, to manifest the mission statement, and that's what I fully intend to do with my life. And the number one thing about the mission statement, the number one principle point of my mission statement that I love the most is to you got me really close up, bro. All right. The number one thing on the principle up there, excuse me. Number one principal point of my mission statement is to challenge the belief systems of the average person, our people, that's not ours in the first place. So what you thinking is what this culture wants you thinking. They say, let me say it this way, the 3Ds, dumb, down, daily. So if you're not thinking about that, then you caught up in that. You a part of that. It's like this. When you become conscious that your last name isn't your last name and you don't do something about it, then you part of the problem. So in other words, when you find out your name is a slave name, it belonged to the slave master, and you realize this and you do nothing about it, then you still going along with white supremacy. So I fully intend to challenge that on every level, on religion, culture, spirituality. That's what me and the brother was talking about. So if you got some questions for me, brother.
Yeah, you know, I was just thinking, you know, a lot of times people who are in this particular movement trying to reach people and trying to make some changes, as we all say we are, some of them try to deal with it in a way that I guess some of us refer to the way intelligentsia feel appreciative of it, like they respecting them now. And at the same time, there are other brothers who, like yourself, you know, who are out there hitting the ball on the head straight on, and understand that perhaps the way that intelligentsia trying to reach intelligentsia will never work for one. Do you see that working?
Has it worked?
Well,
you know, to answer your question, has it worked? Intelligentsia has done nothing but dumb down the people, made them more submissive to status quo. That's what I see and have seen. Okay, when you refer to the intelligentsia. Okay, now that word you said, the movement. Well, first of all, I'm not part of the movement. I appreciate my culture and all the steps it have made, but I'm not trying to get you to be, meaning our people, trying to get you to be a part of nothing. All I want to do is drop the seed and see what happens. Now, I got to drop that seed, and that seed is confronting you about our condition. Okay? So the movement is one thing, but I am down for the cause. That means I'm willing to do wrong to make it right. And if you ain't about that, don't get in my face.
Now, when you say to do wrong, sometimes I was just thinking, because I think I had some thoughts about that today. When you say do wrong, are you specifically and really saying do wrong in the sense of what righteousness is? Or are you saying do wrong in the sense of what the system has established as being wrong?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, just that, according to the system.
Right.
Okay. So if the system say this law, like let's just say segregation was a law, I'm willing to break that law.
Okay. So what we're actually saying to the people is this, is when something is wrong, it's wrong. There's no in between.
But the intelligentsias don't teach that. In fact, they teach you to respect that.
Now, why you think intelligentsias don't teach that?
Well, name one. I mean, really, that's down for the cause, meaning people who have spoken our interests. Name one.
I can't.
Okay, that's my whole point.
But if we wanted to reach them, want to reach out to them, say, look at intelligentsia, you are failing.
Well, first of all, I'm not reaching out to no particular person.
Okay.
When I confront you, it doesn't matter what your station is, what your education is, who you are. None of that matters. If I had to confront you, you needed to be confronted.
Okay, all right. You know,
I'm not big and I'm not bad, but what I am is down for the cause. What that means is my mission I'm willing to die for. So that makes me equal to anybody, the law and everybody else.
I was just thinking, I heard you when you a moment ago you were articulating what you were about and your mission statement and stuff like this. But I'm sure there might be some people who just got in on the last part of it, you know.
Okay.
And they might just have this question in their mind, wait a minute. Now what, first of all, 'cause I just got here and I don't understand, what basically are you advocating for? What are you saying? What seeds are you dropping to cause what to happen?
Well, let me to make the layman, even the intelligentsia, understand as simply as I can put it. If you're not upset about when you go through so-called the black community and you see everybody in it making money but your people, if you're not upset with that, you the problem.
Y'all hear that?
And I will confront you on it.
Well, look, what the hell can we do about it?
I gotta say this too. Now I'm only dropping seeds. What makes us submissive and content with our consigned station most of the time is religion.
How so?
If you don't understand God, then you believe what they told you about him.
You mean God is different than what they told us?
100%.
Come on, man. What do you mean God is different than what they told us?
They lied to you.
And the evidence is in?
Yourself.
Meaning?
God is in you.
Oh.
So why you waiting on him somewhere else?
They sure didn't tell me that.
I know they didn't, bro. They lied to you. We gonna get into it, man. I'm just gonna give you a little bit of an example of what I mean.
Okay.
This is for the intelligentsia or the layman. It doesn't matter. And all in between. The Son of God never left. And when he do leave, he returned every time. And he's been returning every day. According to the seasons. So the Son of God is the sun that's in the sky or space, whatever you want to call that. That has been turned into the Son of Man God, meaning they have made man that God, Son. There's no such thing. And we all believe that the Son of God is Jesus. They lied. I got all the evidence in the world to prove that. But if you are so programmed to accept the lie, no matter how much proof I give you, you still will go with the lie.
Okay, brother. Let me ask you this.
Now, knowing that, when I drop the seed, it's only for those who haven't been or who have not been so corrupted yet or believe it yet. Or they heard it, but it hasn't set in yet.
That's the way I used to say black people are. People used to say, when you go to every community, every native people from any other land, they come in, they be progressive and they're doing something. But you go in the black community, and the black people, they're the slowest people, they're never moving.
I don't believe none of that.
And some people say they're programmed. I used to tell myself, because
we are programmed.
Yeah, definitely. But I used to tell myself that one of the reasons that black people were like that is because black people were closer to the real God. And the real God's way of doing things is so far different than the way man does things.
But that's not why you see us lacking.
Okay.
Because we closer to God.
Okay.
That goes back to what I said, religion and this culture itself.
Okay.
They have denied you since you've been here. Damn near every law under the sun. Since you've been here. Everything else is an illusion. And when you think you're doing okay, you only maintaining white supremacy. You only doing that.
Well, look.
Yes, sir.
How can I get out this bubble?
Brother, the only answer is what I said. You got to tune in to you. Like I was telling the brother last night. I know me better than you do. So how can you tell me about me? Don't you know you better than I know you?
Well, I appreciate how you put that. And I kind of, to a great extent, agree with you. But I also recognize, and so does everybody else who's listening to this, knows that the system is designed to say, fuck that individual, you.
Yes.
You going to have to do this shit this way. And when you be you, shit's going to happen, as you have stated earlier. Shit's going to happen.
But see, when you're down for the cause, you don't worry about that. If we so believe in God like we say, then we know the battle we can't fight. He got it.
Well, is that a statement about whether we truly believe in God or whether we know God or?
Well, black people are the essence of God, to me. But we've been misdirected and misinformed about Him.
Okay.
We were taught to give thanks for the Son of God. White people made us believe He is the Son of God.
Okay. So let me ask you this question. What should we, as true believers of God, the universal God, not what they taught us.
That's right.
What should we be doing in society, in life? What should we be doing? What should be our role?
Well, first of all, you got to understand you behind enemy lines.
Okay.
Everything about you is of your enemy.
Okay.
You speak his language. You wear his clothes. We do. I'm speaking when I'm saying you. I'm in that equation. You know what I mean? You got to understand you're not yourself anymore. Now, you're not yourself anymore. Who was you before? You became this self. If you can do that, go back and find out, or be willing to find out, half your problems are already solved. That's dealing with the culture and the white man, period. The other half is your spirituality. You're a complete person then. That's that individuality you was talking about that they trying to destroy. They don't want you to be able to think critically. They want you to think like they want you to think.
In other words, they plant the thoughts.
Everything's engineered, brother. Everything's engineered. The television programming. They programming your ass. This is how the little black kids that choose the white dog or the black dog, because they've been programmed by the television, and the society reinforces it through everything else, the movies and everything, you know. But if you can watch TV and know when you getting your dose of racism, then you're an individual. But if you watch that TV like it's just a television, you part of the problem.
Well, since boy, you know, I'm listening to what you're saying, and I'm trying to face reality in my own mind, and I'm thinking about the degree of the program. I mean, it is something else. So, how do we truly distinguish between all the crap that's going on. First of all, let's identify. We got all the stuff that you're talking about that's going on that we all know that's going on. How do we distinguish between those movements? Because there are many movements out here saying our commitment is to do this, we want to change this, and we want to make things better. How can we, as people sitting back, well, you say don't just sit back, you say do something, and I agree. How do we basically distinguish between those organizations that's committed, that's totally dedicated, and those that's just doing something?
Well, I've heard and I believe. You can tell, I believe this is the phrase, you can tell a fruit by its tree, or you can tell a tree by its fruit. You know? So, whatever the organization is doing, you can see it. If they just getting money for a problem in the community, but they not willing to put in the work without that money, then they ain't down. They not down.
Well, I came by here and I was, we naturally had the meeting and everything.
Sure.
And I had prepared myself. I had wanted to do a presentation. I thought that I might, if the Spirit moved me in such a way to do that, I would want to go up front, cut the lights on,
Yes, sir.
and just
Anytime.
do my thing.
Anytime.
But as I was sitting here and we were talking, then I felt changed. My spirit changed. That what would be really beautiful would be for me to not do me, but to share what you were sharing with me, with the audience that I might have. And I consider it a blessing that I got this opportunity to do that.
Well, let me say this. It's a blessing for me for you to be here, Mr. Marcus. And I don't mean at this moment. I mean since I've known you, the encounter, all that's been a blessing for me. Because like I told you, I know who you are. Just like the brother was calling me out. Well, when you clearly can see something, call it for what it is. And you've been a blessing to me, brother. Now, that brother was correct. He was a little drinking. He was a little tipsy. He get like that. But I knew what he was saying. T, step up. We need you. I understand it because he knows me. He know my intent. Pretty much like you do. But he knows it because he really broken the yoke of Christianity. He's come up out of it. Now he's seeking now. His mind is clearer. So now he don't know which way to go, but he left that. You know what I mean? He broke that. That's the first thing. Then I say to him, then find your way, brother. If you got questions, I'll help you. But he wants me to lead, like, he wants me to step out there and start leading. No, brother, you ain't going with me when I do. So ain't no need talking like that to me because I know better. When it's time for me to execute that mission statement, I already know niggas, and I'm not calling the brother nigga in that sense. I'm just simply saying I know our condition in this land, and I say I'm down for the cause. When it come down for me to step up, bro, I'm gonna be there until ain't nothing left. You can count on me, especially about this. I mean, my word is what it is, for one. But when it comes to this cause, man, ain't nothing left. Ain't no in between, none of that. I'm serious about it, and I'm gonna challenge my people. I got to. That's the number one. Like I said, principle. Well, it ain't the number one, but it's the one I love the most, so I call it the number one. Principle pointed by mission statement of the mission statement is to challenge the belief systems of our people that's not ours in the first place. To challenge the belief systems of our people that's not ours in the first place. Okay, that's my job. So I will be stepping to the bully on the yard. I will be bringing it to the average brother or sister who just here and ain't paying attention that when we walk through our community, it's because of us that we continue in this to go on. Okay? So I'm confronting us about that. Now, you either going to be on one side of that fence. You're going to be down for your people, or you're going to say fuck them because you just caught up in the system and you think shit, white people is the shit. And you just rolling with them. Cool.
Brother.
The choice is clear to me when it's made.
And ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to mention that Brother Jody,
yes, sir,
has a program that he is dealing with.
Yes, sir. Brother Jody, the blueprint for Everything we talking about, Jody laying it out. He got it actually detailed. Okay? He got it pretty much down to a science on how we can attack this problem. And the first step is, first of all, like you said, we already doing the first step. Now the second step is confronting the people about it.
Well, when can the people catch Jody? Where can Jody be?
Well,
heard?
when we got, I got a few things going on myself here. When you organize the schedule for Down for the Cause, that's when it'll be.
Okay.
See, if that brother who confronted me last night was a part of this organization, then he could have organized that right away. Because if somebody organized it, I can't say, no, man, I can't do it.
I heard he was doing something a couple of times
Oh, yeah,
a month.
you're talking about Jody. Jody doing something bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly?
Yes, sir. And it's an organizational thing. But he's going to lead the lectures in that area.
Okay.
You know,
Where is he doing it at?
He's doing it at the Village, 858 Thomas Avenue, St. Paul, right at the headquarters of Down for the Cause, a.k.a. the Village. It's right on the window. And speaking of the window, I'm gonna get back to Jody. I can pump that, you know, if that's what you want, brother. But on the window, it clearly states, it's easier to fool the people than it is to convince them they've been fooled. Now I'm aware of this. That's why it's on the window. Anybody that's an individual or got some sense, when they walk by, they know that's a universal sin. That's something straight from the universe.
Now,
yes.
Tell the people again your name.
My name is T.S. Mahdi Arnis.
T.S. Mahdi Arnis.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, look, hey, man, I got a commercial coming up, and it's about that time.
Let me give a little bit more on Jody because I said I was going to come back.
Okay.
Brother Jody is like, I call him the mad scientist. Because this dude got, you think I got some information. This dude, man, his head is so big, you know. Come on down and get involved. Listen to this brother. Because he got some information that you really need to hear. It's going to be by when you stay posted. We'll keep you posted on the dates and things because right now we kind of at random, kind of bouncing around with things until we organize and get it all the way down. But for sure, Jody do it bi-weekly, so that's twice a month. I can't give you the date right now, but it's bi-weekly. It's bi-weekly. So twice a month. And he will be doing this thing. He's a hell of a brother. He's come a long way. I'm impressed with him. You know, that's what we need to do to each other because I say, hey, Jody, you know, you need to pick up on your lectures, man. It seems like you're not comfortable doing them. And ever since I said that brother have been improving. I'm like, oh, shit, damn. Boy, you cold. You know, you down. See, that's what we need sometimes, a little nudge. Yeah. And that's what the brother was trying to do to me last night. But I'm saying, look, brother, everything's timing. Now, you think I'm not moving because you don't see me in your face. But I'm never not standing still, brother. I'm never standing still. I'm always moving. Yeah, you want to go ahead.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can see this man that's got a lot of information for and taking advantage of every opportunity to share it with you. And, brother, I'm telling you, once again, it's been fantastic. I want to thank you so very much for giving us the audience of this YouTube channel, Eddie Marcus.
Eddie Marcus' YouTube channel.
Yeah, thank you.
Can I come on again sometime?
Of course.
And hang out with you, brother?
Love to have you, brother.
Curse motherfuckers out?
Yeah, cuss them out.
Use the profanity, by the way.
Okay, man, I'm out of here, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right.